Hey, back to doing another movie rant video. Sorry, it's been a while since I've done one of these. Been a little bit busy, but let's get into it. And today's movie rant video I'm gonna be talking about is the movie Obsession. Me and my movie buddy went to go see it a couple weeks ago, and I have to say, 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10. And I didn't know this was independent a independent film. It was spectacular. It had originality, which I loved. Yes, it had to deal with possession due to the One Wish thing. I can't remember what it was, but the One Wish thing breaking, and then having Nikki being possessed or being in love with Bear. Had like that possessed going on, but it was like it wasn't your typical Conjuring, Exorcist, Insidious type of movie. It had its own intake, its own film, as you can as you would say. And to me, it was spectacular. To me, it was like watching Romeo and Juliet mixed with the mix of Exorcist. Um, the main actress, Indy, who played Nikki, she was spectacular. She stole the freaking movie. And yes, it should be um, Bear, aka Michael, but no, no, Indy, Indy was better. Oh, not better. Sorry, she stole the movie by her amazing acting skills for being with obsessed with Bear, but also to where she her soul was taken. I think something like that was taken, but we couldn't figure out where though. That's the thing. That's the thing. But I the only criticism I can say about this movie the was the intro. It was a little bit too rushed to to get into the plot. Um, and I wanted more. I wanted more of an introduction. How did Bear love Nikki? Like, well, not love, but like was interested in Nikki. And there's a thing. Um, Sarah, the friend slash coworker, I think Sarah had a crush on Bear. There were signs. There were so many signs in that movie that Sarah had a little interest in Bear, especially in the party scene. Especially in the party scene when they were doing Jenga, um, and when in the dare was to kiss the person on your left. Sarah was very interested on doing it and on kissing Bear, and so, but we didn't. She didn't confirm that though. But to me, I think that was a sense of um, Sarah liking Bear, and he didn't go for it. He didn't see the signs. But um, as well as what pissed me off too in the movie um, was when Bear's best friend Ian, um, when he in the end of the film where Bear told him about the One Wish box thing, and he told him to make a wish of everything back to normal or undo the wish. Instead, he wished for the billion dollars, and I was cringing. I'm like, dude, why? I knew he didn't believe him at first, but come on, he should have seen the signs when Nikki was being weird and obsessed with Bear, Nikki being obsessed with Bear. Like, come on. And that pissed me off. That really pissed me off. And then, to me, for the antagonist, to me, the only protagonist, or it's hard to say. It's hard to say. The only one I can think of being the protagonist is Sarah in this entire film. Yes, Nikki was possessed. That wasn't really her. But, like, you could have at least tell. It's hard. That was the thing that was in back of my head. I'm like, this Bear, he shouldn't have done what he did. Yes, he thought it was just a little, not a real box thing. He was, or with the one wish, he didn't think it was real. but asking for that, asking to having Nikki fall in love with Bear, but to overly, to where, as you can see in the title card, obsessed. To me, the only innocent one in this was Sarah, because Ian, when I found out in the movie, Ian could have confronted Bear about him being in a relationship with Nikki. That's not a good friend. It's not. And then with Bear doing what he did, he let it run its course. Like, then when Nikki went crazy in the scenes where having the door duct tape, staying up watching him, he let it go. He let it run its course. And what pissed me off too is like when Nikki was asleep, the possessed Nikki was asleep, she even tried to tell him to, like, kill me, get me out of this misery, and he didn't do nothing. And then with Nikki killing Ian, killing Sarah, and when Nikki killed Sarah, bashing her head, I think it was a brick. Let me know in the comments, was it a brick that she used and kept smashing? Oh, that was like the most brutal kill I ever seen. And I felt bad for Sarah because she wanted to get into that institute, I believe, for tattooing, something like that. And when Bear opened the letter, it was the acceptance, because every time Sarah would apply, she never got in. But when she passed, and when Bear read the letter, I kind of tore up a little bit. And I never do that in a horror movie. And I felt bad too. Like, but all in all, all three, Nikki, Ian, and Bear, to me, they were the antagonist in this film. And Sarah was the only protagonist, like the innocent. And did it have its jump scares? Yeah. But they didn't go overly. They didn't go over the top with the jump scares. That wasn't the main point to get into the film. Or sorry, it wasn't the main attraction for this film. It wasn't. And I'm glad, because every time I watch a possessed movie with Exorcist, Conjuring, um Insidious, they go for the jump scares. But with this, it wasn't about that. It was about a guy who wanted a girl. Bear had a crush on Nikki, but he couldn't confront it. He couldn't confront Nikki. And the best way he can do that is making a wish. And did it work? Yes. But did he have to face the consequences? Yes. And in order to do that, to undo the wish, he would have to kill himself or kill Nikki. And in a way, she wanted him to do that, but he couldn't. He really couldn't. So what was the best way to do that in the end? To end all this was to kill himself. And what the best way to do that? He didn't use the gun. He used those pills. I believe they're painkillers or something like that. And what's crazy is that was what killed the cat. He used the same pills that killed the cat. And what was crazy, and I had to look away. I can't believe Nikki fed Bear his dead cat in a sandwich. That was too much. And then with Nikki looking like Sarah with that whole, I won't get into detail. That was another disturbing scene. But he did what he had to do. He killed himself to end all this. And I felt bad for Nikki in the end when she came back to herself and her seeing nothing but that bloodbath between Sarah and Ian, and then seeing Bear dead. And what's crazy is that she used the one wish for Bear to be in love with Nikki. I don't know, this movie was, I loved it. I freaking loved it. And it being an independent film, that blows me away, not in a good way. To me, I have to say, this movie deserves an Oscar. I have to say, this deserves an Oscar. But please don't make a sequel. This movie does not need a sequel. Please. It's too good to do another one. Like, I don't know how you could top it, to be honest. Maybe the aftermath of what happened to Nikki. I like the mystery. to this. But here's another thing. Because I talked to my buddy when possessed Nikki broke the one wish or snapped the one wish. Here's a question for y'all. Was that really possessed Nikki, or was that the real Nikki? Because in that scene where he was in the bathroom killing himself, Nikki kept saying, I want to break up. I don't think we should do this, or we should split. To me, that was kind of confusing. I'm like, who really was talking? Was it possessed Nikki, or was it the real Nikki? And then with the one wish, that's another thing that was in my head. I'm like, who was that? Who was really talking, and who really broke the one wish? And did it work? Yes. But it didn't last long because remember, he died. So after because he was possessed when towards the end when he was gone. And then boom, everything is back to normal. Man, what a good movie. I can talk more about this. I would love to, but but I don't want this to keep I don't want this video going long. But yeah, that's my rant for you guys about Obsession. Great movie. Definitely watch it. Now that it's on digital, buy it. Get it. I'm definitely gonna get this movie and watch it again. This was good enough to watch it again, y'all. So good. But that's that's all I have for you. Comment. Let me know what you guys think of this movie. And let me know too. Do you think in some scenes was it the real Nikki or was it the possessed Nikki? Or both? I would love to hear what you guys think about this movie, your reactions to this, and let me know. Do you think this movie deserves an Oscar? I I think this movie deserves an Oscar. That hands down, an Oscar nomination. And if there is an Oscar nomination, I hope they win. This was a good freaking movie. Ready, y'all? Till the next one. Peace.